The Miami Dolphins' last playoff win came in the year 2000. It's been a long time. Last year, they went 10-1 against sub-500 teams and 1-6 versus winning teams. Will 2024 be the difference maker? Is Miami ready to break out? Let's find out with our team preview video. Hey, Teddy covers from WagerTalk.com. We're doing team previews for all 32 NFL squads, talking about season win totals, over-unders. And Miami, of course, has been pretty darn good in recent years. 10, 9, 9, 11 wins over the last 4 years. So the era of Miami being a bottom feeder franchise, that's come and gone. But, again, they haven't won a playoff game since the year 2000. Last year, they started 11-4, and they lost the last 3, including the playoffs. So a disappointing end to the season. Mike McDaniel's now in his 3rd year as head coach. It's his guy. It's his way. This is not a scenario in which it's a new coach coming in. Or this is McDaniel's team. He's gone 20-4 in the regular season, 20-14, I should say, in the regular season, 0-2 in the postseason so far. We talk about what Miami lost this past offseason. There were some pretty key losses. The defensive tackle, Christian Wilkins, certainly stands out. The right guard, Robert Hunt. And you know me, I spent a lot of time worrying about teams in the trenches. That's where games were won and lost, year in, year out, in the NFL and college football. Who can handle their business to the line of scrimmage? So when you're talking about a key defensive lineman and a key offensive guard, those are things worth noting. Of course, they also lost the quarterback, Xavier Howard, and the linebacker, Jerome Baker, cap hit. Miami team is not in great position when it comes to salary cap. But the offensive staff for McDaniel is all back. And this offense, even with the loss of Robert Hunt, it's loaded. Let's make no mistake about it. Tua was real good last year. Real good. And, of course, he's healthy. This is his first fully healthy offseason in any recent year. I mean, so the fact that the offensive staff is back and Tua has the full offseason to work within that offense, an offense he's familiar with, that's a benefit for Miami. It really is compared to where it's been. Talk about a receiving core. Let's see. You got Hill on the one side, you got Waddle on the other, and you got to pick up OBJ. I don't know that OBJ has anything left in the tank. OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. There have been years where he's been very good. That has not been the case in recent season. That being said, this offense was number 1 in yards, number 2 in points last year, and has all the makings of an offense that should be every bit as good this time around. You know, the offensive line had 12 different starting combos last year, so it wasn't like it was a unit that didn't suffer injuries and attrition. And the fact that they went through all of that and still ended up pretty good on the other side of it, in my mind, that's a positive for Miami. All right, 12 different starting offensive line combos, 12 different offensive lineman combos last year, and they were still able to be pretty good. That speaks well for the potential this season, especially with the offensive staff all back for Miami. Let me talk about the defense, but first, I got to let you guys know what's going on right now at WagerTalk.com. I do my NFL work early. We spent August working more about the preseason, of course. I spent August, especially in the modern world. August, you got to look at college football and the transfer portal. So I do a ton of NFL work in May and June and July. That's why these team previews are coming out this early. I've released my NFL season win report for the 2024 season. That report, 100 wins, 50 losses, 3 pushes over the 23 years I've been doing it. The first report came in 2001. It has been highly profitable and highly successful. I got 5 plays in this year's report, including a 5% big ticket. We may add additional selections after week 2 or week 3 of the preseason if we see something else we want to bet. But in the meantime, you can take advantage. Get that report right now or anytime. But get it now because the lines can and will move. Take $20 off. Just use promo code REPORT20 at checkout. Again, REPORT20 at checkout will get you $20 off that season win report available right now. And if you like this early NFL betting content, again, we're doing all these in July, so you guys will have them nice and early. If you like this early NFL betting content, please be sure to hit that like button and drop a comment below. Agree? Disagree? What are your thoughts? I'd love to know, and I will be back checking the comments throughout the course of the summer months. All right, let's talk about Miami on the defensive side of the football. New defense coordinator Anthony Weaver came from Baltimore. Vic Fangio is gone. Fangio's a guy who I like, but the team didn't like. And the quotes, once he was gone, were not particularly, what's the right word? They weren't very flattering for Vic Fangio. He wasn't really a player's coach in that regard, on the defense side of the football. This is a defense that's got key guys coming off big injury. Jalen Phillips coming off the Achilles. Bradley Chubb's coming off the ACL chair. If those guys are both healthy and effective, this could be a pretty good defense. They signed Jordan Poyer from division rival Buffalo. The number one pick, Chop Robinson, and the edge rusher out of Penn State. They have Patrick Paul, the offensive tackle out of Houston. It's the second pick. Terran Armstead's future replacement. But again, when you put those draft choices into pass rushers, offensive linemen, not the flashy quarterbacks, not the flashy receivers, but the guys that make the bread and butter of your team, I thought it was a good draft for Miami this past off season. And defensively, again, it's a defense that does have some question marks. But if they're if Phillips and Chubb, if they're both healthy, this defense is good. And if they're both healthy and the defense plays well, this defense could be Super Bowl caliber. There's upside for Miami in 2024. And again, last playoff win was 2000. This feels like a year that Miami could get over that hump. We look at the schedule. Certainly, the NFL's not burying the Dolphins. They got 2 Monday night games, 2 Thursday night games. They're playing on Thanksgiving. They're playing on Sunday night. Of course, the AFC East teams face the AFC South and the NFC West as a division. There are 3 extra games. The Raiders at Green Bay, at Cleveland. That's not easy. They have a fairly easy start to the season. Seattle, Tennessee, New England, Arizona, all early on. Buffalo home off a short week. Jacksonville home week 1 at Indy. It's a very reasonable start to the schedule. Last 4 down in the back end of the campaign, certainly a fair bit tougher than that. And of course, we're going to have all these teams. We talk about the AFC East. The Bills are going to be what they are. Miami's going to be what they are. New England's going to be what they are. The Jets are the giant question mark. We'll preview the Jets in a future NFL preview video. But the Jets aren't quite living up to the hype. If Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, if the veteran team doesn't live up to expectations, that even gives more room for Miami to make noise in this division. Wouldn't argue with anyone looking at Dolphins' future wagers, whether it's win the division, whether it's over their win total. I do think Miami, let's put it this way, there's hope in Miami. There hasn't always been hope in Miami in recent years. Look, if you're enjoying this early NFL betting content, be sure to hit the like button, drop that comment below, agree, disagree, tell me what you think. And of course, take advantage. Early offers. Right now, the NFL season win report out already. Use promo code REPORT20. Take $20 off that report. That has been very successful and profitable over the 23-year lifetime span of the report. And I expect it to be successful and profitable again this year. Like I said, I spent the last couple of months putting a lot of work into that report. You can check it out right now at wagertalk.com or visit my page, wt.buzz/TC. Stay tuned for more videos, NFL previews right here on the Wager Talk